got to have, I said, please, thank you.
Before we come to you with that, today, we thank you. Do you need a blessing? They want to lead you in prayer, yes. Blessings be upon them. Blessings be you tonight, Lord. And wait on you.
Everybody look over the minutes, sir. Any additions or deletions to the minutes? If not, I hear a motion to pass reading minutes. Your second. All in favor, saying aye. Aye, motion carried. For Mark, no, he's not here. I'm not here for this meeting. Next, his schedule changed to work a little bit, so that's fine. It's on family, he can get that. So, Garrett, you got anything?
We had, got one spot on the shore hall there where we gotta get the county to come and fix for a tile coming across. And get it fixed.
I talked to Andy on that one, and out here on the middle.
Yeah.
That wood yard, or yard there flows off now?
No, it's that big top right there at LeBron's, you know, that real big top, well, it's collapsing right there.
They talk about that down here.
That ain't very old.
That's flooded on this, yeah.
You know what the problem is, when that comes in, it has to make that
Yeah,
ditch
that's a lot of water there.
But how many times I talked to Steve about just going in further across and putting a ditch in there? Do away with that mix right there. What happens, Joe, man? It gets lean.
And we'll look at it, and that's what we do.
There's a new boy up there named David Bragg. Well, we're trying to get in there. Look at some cities, the city, the state would go straight across the road there with a tile, you know, go same place.
Yeah.
And of course, you gotta get the water people, but I don't know where the water line is down there. I guess that 800
So that water line, yeah. That's right, remember 500 there, wouldn't use all the time, but
Yeah, I fixed it on this side. Come down the hall.
On the other side, going down the hall.
Yeah, but where's that on the main,
It comes across on this side where I saw
Yeah, the city water goes on around a long
Yeah,
time.
on that side where the house needs to go.
Oh, okay,
They go down like that.
They're coming over, I talked to Andy about that, John, I'm trying to talk to Bill Holden, so we're going to get all that.
Yeah.
Fire department, what you got?
We had one brush fire over in I call it the ridges back here. I don't know what the name of it is, but it's been about all night over there with the forestry service. And it was so far back in there that I just called the forestry. They brought their dozer and went in there and put it out. But we couldn't get any equipment in there.
Parts of it, right?
We got to do a little work on that dock that's there like this.
Fixing the brain, something.
Yeah, that's the dock fixing.
You don't have to, you don't have to. Stop it. Y'all would get.
Took one deal, get out for one.
About that one went running over in the Albert field. Y'all catch him?
County, I think, yeah. I've listened to that, and
Had a runner over
they had a run over there. They got him over there.
And I reckon somebody seen tire tracks through his yard and somebody hit a deer block there. I guess county run over it or whatever, but he hit the field. So.
County get the deer, or deer?
Now, one of the huge.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think I heard them talking about that. Yeah, they got him through that part. They think it's on the line. I think they'll catch up here. We'll move on to citizens' line for Jason. I know when y'all got something you want to present here.
Yes, sir, it is. I just oh, man.
Where's Tracy at?
He had a hearing, they got a hearing.
That's another thing. You know, we give y'all, for my dad, give the city of Louisville that land. It's been costing me well over $2,000 to have it professionally surveyed. And now, not gonna have to go hire a lawyer for y'all to do that. And I'm gonna have 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, but I'll tell you what. Get the right way on money.
Tracy,
You got 50 minutes. You gotta talk to him. And, the land that is given y'all have not made no effort at all to get that land off your land. You got cars sitting all over you.
I won't talk, I don't want to fight, I don't want to do.
Just hang on, okay? I'm going to bring this up and everything is, and Tracy said he's going to look at it and all that stuff, yeah, but you hadn't heard anything from Tracy.
No, I asked him, when I called you, and I said, you remember what it was? You said, no, you couldn't remember. So Tracy called, and I said, let me call Billy, and I asked you, remember that?
Asked him what Tracy said.
No, I said, you want something Tracy to look up, and I said, you remember what it was?
Tracy said that he could see Mike Mills' point, that he would be gonna look everything over, and he let us know next meeting, that's what he said.
Well, he's not here, so I can't file for him in the spirit. He had a hearing, and I can't.
Well, Tracy don't have to be here, you can say, yes, we're gonna move here, no, we're gonna move. That's really up to us, we can all vote on that.
Well, not, they do that simple, but it's more of a legal issue now.
Ain't no legal to it, ain't no legal to it.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
My thing, you can put on the goddamn thing too.
Well, ain't it, wait,
Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me.
We're gonna have order,
Well, you have order how many you want to.
We ain't gonna cut us during the meeting. I'm gonna have
You need to
order.
get a lawyer, okay?
Yeah, I think that's right. That's what we're gonna do.
Because he told you survey it. He told you survey it.
But Billy, what's that got to do with what the judge says?
This side, y'all.
Okay, I thought we were gonna say, fine, if you wanna talk about it, when we got an attorney here, Mike, I will, but if you don't get like that, I'm not gonna talk.
You told the man to survey it.
Hell, this shit's been going on 6 months. You've been avoiding it.
You told the man to survey it, Mark.
I did.
And he surveyed it.
You surveyed it.
He surveyed
That
it.
dragged on.
He surveyed it, and it shows that it's on his property. It shows on his property. We don't need a fuel tank. John and them can get credit cards and get gas. Nobody else in Marion County buys gas.
Yes, they do, Billy.
Crossroads.
So you asked,
Well, where's that people get their fuel at?
about over the water and gas company,
Water and gas company.
you know, am I correct or not?
Water and gas, what about Marion County? Where's Marion County get theirs at?
They got cars.
Why don't we just get going? Get away with old fuel tank.
Get off our roof. I want that money off the roof. If we are liable, we have talked to our insurance, we've got a copy of the settlement, that's what it is.
I got a bunch to say, but I really don't want to say it like it is, you know?
Okay.
There's no reason to say nothing because Tracy ain't here and
I know, and last meeting Tracy was here, and everybody needs to speak to a lawyer to answer a question. All right, we're still here 2 months later with no answer.
But about my conversation, can I ask you a question? Is it the fuel tank's problem or the fire hall problem?
It's the city.
Pretty much all of it.
No, wait a minute, let me talk to Mike. You want me to talk to him, but I'm trying, is the fuel tank's problem or the fire hall's problem? We're using the fire hall, we're using the fuel, we're using the fire hall, they have deeded that, so we can use it.
He did it, just, I got it right here.
I understand.
But you are all over it. And the building's a third on it. On our property, and well, I'm not gonna speak for more than that.
I'm gonna tell you like I told Mike
I
then.
can be liable.
I'll tell you like I told Mike then when I brought this up. I do the best I can to help them move that fuel tank. The fire hall ain't my issue. Fire hall, as far as I'm concerned, be there forever. I could care less. That's mine. The fuel tank was, when I brought it up, the fuel tank was the only thing that I was ever for Mike down to get nothing moved. They asked for a fuel tank to be moved, because it's on their property. They surveyed it, it's on their property.
You're right there, but that's where it began. Since then,
I mean, that's
the more I thought about it, the deed from my grandfather to y'all, in order to maintain this piece of land, that the neighbors got all this stuff stacked on half of it. And then, it's not.
That's an issue between you and.
No, that's the issue between y'all and him.
That's y'all.
What do you say, who's y'all?
This half acre is David and New Hope.
That's their land. That he's got the car as far as down.
I'm supposed to get the neighbor off of your property.
No, I'm not, I'm just asking a question.
Okay, but now, there's a clause in the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution that says city government cannot take any land from any individual and use it for public use without more or less have it assessed and have it paid for. But at the same time, you cannot deprive a person of their land and then let somebody else use it. You know, as far as that half acre that's supposed to revert back to us, which is depriving us of it, and you're letting somebody else use it.
That's right.
Now,
You're losing money.
my thinking here, there's no need in us spending more of our money, no need in y'all spending more taxpayer money. You've got equipment stores here and there and everywhere. Build you a building back here and put your stuff in it. This is being used for storage. Your firehouse here. That's not being used as a firehouse anymore, and there's half of it not even being maintained. So, I mean,
So we can tear the building down. We can tear it
I don't
down.
care if tear it down.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, I'm not after the building.
Start with the gas pump.
Yeah. Concrete, asphalt, I'd like to be able to mow it when you get done. Other than that, yeah. I mean, you've got plenty of land to do what you want over here, man.
Yeah.
Y'all had that for 48 years and trying to hang on to it for storage, and that's just not right.
It's
In my mind, and his mind, and my family's mind, and half of New Hope's mind.
It looks worse than any other building down there with whole road.
This is the one that's maintained, this is where your trucks are, you just need another bay or two, and all your stuff
The
there right
park
here.
back road and, you know, you got 20 acres here.
But that's more or less all I would say.
Who plays in that park?
Well, nobody knows.
I've seen one ball game down there in my lifetime, and they were from Alabama. I'm not lying.
I don't know. Shoot us back with some answers or some solutions or, you know, some correspondence of some kind. I can leave an email.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
our,
What to
every
do.
month. You're gonna get nothing done, it's gonna take years. That's not right. You read in on that article there,
It's not right.
we are to be compensated.
Well, it's not right to put the burden on one family neither. And the burden's on one family. You know, and honestly, it's tearing my family apart ever since this up here started. And your lawyer was behind a lot of it.
Well, as far as
I
that
know,
goes,
I know,
I got no-
I'm just saying. He gets my uncle's attention up and everything else.
We're just at hand, this talk, I mean, I'm here to
I'm
listen.
talking reasonable.
I understand that, but anything up there is out of the realm of the city, is what I'm saying. Now, that is, we're talking about the fire department and the So,
I'm just saying he don't look out for the best interest in my family. Even though he's married into it.
first and foremost, let me say this. Thanks, and before you start blowing it up or saying, would you hear me out, please?
I'm sorry, I blew it up.
No, it's okay.
It upsets me. I'm telling you.
We had to have a building
Every
first.
time I think about it,
We would have to have a building first to put stuff in. Okay? We got stuff open. We got to do a budget, and we have to see what the money cost is. And everybody's understands that, Billy, you understand that whole thing. We have to do a budget. It has to be a budget. It has to be made out to do what we have to do. We can't just say, hey, we're going to build a building. It don't work that way. I don't have a, now, this is me speaking. I'm going to speak for the board. It's me speaking. We do need a building over here. Right now, we don't have, and we do have a fire truck and rescue truck in a boulder way. Not short, we do it, but we don't have the room over here. Wait a minute, let me think. We do need another building group. We do need to move City Hall because this is city property. It is. I agree with you on that point, but right now at the time, we can't move it from over there. We can't. Now, y'all got any comments on the board right now? Go ahead, calm.
I told you before, I don't think I got a fuel tank. I don't think I'm asking you to move the fuel tank. That's all I'm asking you.
I'm gonna turn over the board. Now, there's my opinion, okay?
We've got the rescue truck over there, we've got a pumper over there, we've got a boat over there, and you both know that we can't store stuff like that outside because in the wintertime it'll freeze and bust. And any other time of night, you know that it's liable to be stolen. We've already had one boat stolen. And but that's not your problem.
I mean, over there, that can be moved to a new building, but have a heated area and a carport. What you don't need heated like a boat and, probably you can bring that.
Like, hey, Mike, I'll go let people forward, so you know, go ahead.
I agree with Mark, and we should build another building. I would love to get it all over
Well,
here.
haven't y'all been talking about throwing $10,000 in that park?
I've heard rumors of that. That's correct. That's what's allocated for right back here to get this cleaned up and stuff, getting all down, we're draining that back there and draining that. We can drain that, nothing but, water. But the biggest problem is, we're gonna go across the natural drain. Billy, you and I talked about it for years. Bob even got it here. Natural drain goes right across, Charlie's, that's name, Charlie Dan.
Charlie, you know.
Across me and Johnny Thomas. Back there in the back where Johnny is, I don't know how I'm getting on this, but he planted a garden for years back there, and it rolled, when he done his furrow, rolled, it humped up, it holds the water. We can get that opened up, somebody, when he talked to Shirley,
I've heard this.
and actually back where Philip been talking about this 30 years ago. I mean, so we need to get this done.
But why is nothing being
It's
done?
on private property.
Been talking about 30 years?
Billy just,
Done nothing?
It's on private property.
it ain't that simple.
And ain't no waterway out through there. They just be like, they like us trying to dig a ditch through your property. There ain't no water right. I already checked on that.
And Quentin, to tell you, I've been meeting, we've been talking and trying to get it done, and people, we've asked 4 or 5 different ones out here to come out here and either tied up, can't do it, 6 months out. Quentin, am I correct or not? You checked, I checked, trying to get this done, it's just on and on. I guess there's so much work out there, one of these days, it's going to crumble, and everybody's going to want some more.
We know why didn't flood when we was raised here, you know what I'm saying? When Mom and Daddy had this right here, you know, it was a gravel pit, you know, it was a pit, it never did flood because
It held water.
you know, never did flood.
But back on what I was saying, we need to build another building for the stuff in. But we can't do it in 3 weeks or 6 months. So if can we make an agreement that if we get a building built, we'll settle down and be calm?
Yes.
Till we can get a building built?
In a feasible amount of time, yes. I mean, there's no problem in that. We're not trying to fix you in 30 days or, you know, I mean, if we can see construction and papers drawed up that you're gonna vacate or whatever within 6 months and you're started on it, yeah, we can be calm about it and I can keep Dad and Chuck off of it, you know? But there needs to be a resolution here because they just ain't going to do it.
I'm going to tell you, it ain't 6 months, because you got an entire budget, and the budget hasn't been passed by.
He just said something, just show something.
So maybe you gotta do the signatures on something proper, you know?
Showing that we're
Showing that we're going to do something.
That you're gonna vacate
Yeah.
within,
It won't take long
No.
when you throw it out there. You gotta get it
we gotta get the government budget, and they only do that certain times a year.
Like, we got to prepare a budget, and talk about it, see, we got to come up with money.
I'm trying to get them off of it.
well,
You ain't helping us, Mike, we're trying to sit here and talk real, but
that's what I just
See,
said.
I go home to this, you know, I need some kind of good faith here soon, man, please. I'm asking, I'm begging more or less. 'Cause we've been hit with lawyers. This is outside city business, but, you know, at every corner of this property, and I don't want to get hit again. It's just whittling away.
now I'm asking this as a hypothetical question, you're saying it's not a whole two question.
I understand.
So, that's a prefab building behind the blocks. We can take that down, take the blocks down, everything, you just want the ground. One more question, and we're just talking,
Still doesn't have places.
wait a minute, can I finish?
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. And we're just talking here, there's nothing in stone, we're just discussing, okay? Everybody understand that?
I understand.
You know, we got the fire truck across there, and we have to fill up the fire truck, because the fire hall's right here. Now, we wouldn't want a fence built where we couldn't back up and fill up the fire truck, but that's the whole
We
community.
won't restrict you from filling up your trucks right there.
He can do that anyway. He can walk the fire.
It don't work right now anyway. Y'all get that fixed? Okay. But no, we would never
I'm just
keep,
asking a question, y'all want to talk, so we're here to talk.
we would never keep you from filling your trucks up.
I'm not going to jail over something like that.
Not today.
And if you needed to pull, I mean, we don't have any plans for the property or nothing like that. We're not trying to cut your throat. We're just, you know,
Quentin, you got any comment real quick on this?
I have no problem with, I mean, we could save money if we unbolted that building and set it on the ground.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I have no objection to doing that if that's what everybody else wants.
Think it'd be a good idea.
There you go.
But when we do that, we need to move the fuel tank.
I mean, that's a no.
I was like,
That's a no.
I was like that.
I mean,
Well, I understand right now, we're gonna take all this under consideration environment, we've at least got this far, that step we haven't did now, okay? And, I mean, and y'all come to me, well, this is coming, they got to be trying to beat it to death. I think we've got a good platform, we started on here. Well, let's talk to legal counsel, you know that, but the board rows the roast. I mean, I mean, we're the ones that make the decisions. He does what we ask him to do or tell him to do. I'm not trying to be ugly there with him, I'm just being honest. I mean, that's what we got him for. But we discussed it, and, you know, we discussed it, and we are legal as a board to talk to council, have a call, you know, or to talk to council about the situation, as long as nobody else is, he can talk to us about anything in that category. Yeah. With no decisions being made, but we can discuss it, you understand that. It's like if we're here at Greystone, we're talking about this, and then we discuss it, and then we have to take to the city meeting, of course, to get any finalization on anything. So, that's where we're at on that.
that's fine. Yeah, I mean, that was taking me faint, man. I mean, I don't know.
We'll put that forward, we're not a road or nothing, you know, Tracy, and tell them what we discussed here tonight, and see what our options are, and what we have time frame, and go from there. Everybody okay with that? Because paperwork has to be brought up and everything, I don't know what all tell them anything.
There's a lot of legal work has to be done, but, you know, I mean, surely they know that.
Yeah, so, but at least we made an effort here to
I'm
try
not unreasonable on this, you know? Yeah, thank you.
to, all right. Ron, you got anything?
Yeah, I do.
All right, come on, we're really close right here.
Okay, all right. Talking about the tile that's collapsing on Shore Pond.
Yeah.
This in connection with that, I realize that we can't change the course of where Mother Nature takes her water and where it's always gone through the dad breaks down the holler and all that other stuff. I said last time that the water was knocking fences down. Jerry even said he had some fences down. But here's the problem I have at this point in time. My brother's field is full of vacuum cleaner hoses and toys and wood and trees that's been cut, that's washed out of that ditch, coming down the holler, and is in his field and has knocked his fences down. And I was down there on Saturday helping him fix it. I know that for a fact. I picked up a vacuum cleaner hose that was probably 6 foot long, one of those accordion type hoses, a couple of vacuum cleaner bag attachments. I can go down there and I could probably load up a truckload of toys and stuff that has had to have washed out of the holler. Now, I realize water is water, but, you know, we've got cows getting out, and I don't want somebody to hit a cow and total a car, maybe kill somebody or run through a house because the fences are down, because it's come down from the holler. And I don't know where that cut would come from, but it didn't come off of us. It came from around behind Clayton's, and it hit the fence and it just knocked it down. And we had 6 cows out Saturday morning. And we had them out before down there behind lodges where they was getting out, where the water had washed so much, I'm just gonna say crap, out of the holler, hit the fence, hit trees, and trees was coming up by the roots and laying over and taking the fence down. Because there's no ditch down there behind lodges anymore. It's just a field. There's no way for it to get out. Once it hits my brother's field out of that ditch, it's just an open area. And right now, and it ain't rained in how many days? We were down there Saturday, and I'm not joking. We were buried up to the axle in my little my passport down there. Just mud. It looks like just solid mud, and when you get in it, you sink down. Now, last year, it was so bad down there behind lodges. Mike had his little Kubota in 4-wheel drive, and he hit what looked like shallow water of maybe 2 inches deep. And when he hit that, the Kubota started to capsize to the right, and I thought it was going to flip, and he was going to have to jump off of it. He like never got that tractor out of there. And there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, we're talking about something that has become a dangerous issue. So this stuff is washing out of that ditch. I mean, okay, I understand branches and brush and all of that stuff, but this was cut wood and logs, big logs that was in that ditch, and toys, ride-on toys, and all kinds of other stuff, and vacuum cleaner hoses and everything washed out, and they had to come out of the holler, or from that trailer right there at the forks of the road, one. And I talked to Brenda and Tommy, and they said their daughter, when she lived right there at the forks of the road in that trailer, they'd get down in that ditch and clean the stuff out. So some of it's coming from above that area. I just like for people to stop throwing their stuff in the ditch. I mean, we have garbage pickup, you know, we have several convenience centers. Okay, I'm off my soapbox now.
Well, the ditch from my house to where it comes across the road there to Bronze, we spent I don't know how many hundreds of dollars having that cleaned out. Got that ditch cleaned out where the water flows. And I've got those cattle fence across it in one place. And I have to go out there and clean the logs and the brush out of it so the water will flow onto my tile. And during the night, when we have those flash floods, it washes everything in my yard, all my neighbor's yard, right on down the holler and out.
The line's on us, on me, we got like my property.
But here's the thing, and y'all, when it drops here, that means it's rain. I've seen it, everybody in their same ditches cannot hold what Mother Nature throws.
True.
That length of time.
Well,
I agree.
the whole problem is when they cut all that timber off of that property, that 100 acre road.
I agree.
That's when it all started, because I went out one morning and my car was sitting in the ditch. Then washed the tile out and it was sitting in the ditch, and the company on that had to pay for my car. They took responsibility for it, but that's the cause of all that. All that water comes off of that 100 acres back there.
But let me tell you, all that is on private property.
All it's on private property.
Everything's on private property.
Nothing that I can do about it, because if there were, I'd do it. Because I got up one morning and the concrete pad under my central unit was down in the passage yard. So, you think if I could do something about it, I wouldn't do it?
There's nothing you can do about it, like you said, it's private property. I mean, it happens, right? Ain't no water.
I got the same boat over here, you do.
Y'all clean mine out behind the house there.
I got one issue tossed around here, and it really ain't bothering me, but it does bother me, because I'm sitting me all life long. But I've seen some piles of trash sitting around here a few certain places that you couldn't put in the back of the U-Haul. And they set them on fire and they go on. And
You got a name?
they got names, I got some places.
got a name, we go look. Well, if it's Bob, you give me a name, we'll send them out to Bob.
I don't know my name is, nah.
Billy, you got them, say, not the one you know, just because they look.
Oh, yeah,
I'm across the road from your house.
I wasn't gonna say
I'll lay
anything.
this
One
down.
beside George's house.
And we'll lay this, that trailer park out there,
That's it, yeah.
I don't know how the board, let me just bring this up on, I mean, that's an issue out there. I think around this board, you know, and I do think we need to do something about that, you know, I mean, John's been out there, I know, three times, and he's talked to the person that owns this, I'm not calling a name, he's talked to them, and it's cleaned up, and it don't seem like it happens a little bit, and it just goes right back to a mess, am I correct?
But it's about,
I think it's the trailers moving there anyway, I mean.
That before I come along.
that's 4 or 5 hours with no doors on them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Part of one of them's on,
Well, let me-
Cemetery property.
Let me just lay this out there while we're here. I don't like telling someone they do the property, I don't, I never have, I'm not gonna lie about that. But there is times an issue, it needs to be addressed. I never have been one to tell someone what they do on the property, it's their property. I'll be straight up, as a citizen, as a mayor, I never have like that, but once you come tell me what I do, I won't come to your house. But when there's an issue that's beginning to cause health issues and problems, we gotta fix it. We know what right now we're working on. If that's the issue, and I just kind of held up, but we got a building inspector that has the right to condemn. Now, when he condemns, to my understanding, he can't make that person tear that place down. He can condemn it to where it can't be habitable, livable. You know, then we can go from there. And we do have, I don't think it's called slumlord or it's not slumlord. Yeah, but it's an ordinance. We do have an ordinance for that kind of stuff, and I'll see it going out there.
I don't want to displace anybody.
No, I don't, you know, but if the place is in habitable, ready to live in, the floors falling in, so forth, so
Well,
on.
it's either, you know, here or the projects in Pittsburgh, you know, and I'd
I'd
rather.
be a better situation than what they got out here.
Yeah, I rode around there the other day, and I thought, that's the first thing I saw, and I was like, oh my God.
Is it 20 in the curve? I live at 20 curve, right there in the curve on the left, right there.
It's all bad in there.
But one of them, I went there one time, soon as you pass on the driveway, it's right there, kind of on the left, and it's going on back in.
Well, they put their garbage in a truck, that one you're talking about, the green and white trailer, and they take it off ever so many weeks. I haven't clocked it, I don't know how many weeks they go. I know last week that the trailer up there behind the one without the doors, somebody was up there right in front of it, burning garbage at 10:30 at night. And it smelled like tires when I walked outside. It smelled just like tires. I mean, you know, if he would just go up a little bit on the rent to cover garbage pickup there instead of making it voluntary, that would sort of solve the whole problem.
They don't pay me, it's
and
too
that's
hood.
issue, they could go somewhere else and get a better place to live.
Yeah.
It's hood.
Yeah, I knew it was hood, or was at one time.
They get a straight fee no matter what.
And that's the reason I haven't complained.
Well, as far as them burning their garbage,
Because,
That's why they do it 10 o'clock at night.
and I realize
Yeah, I don't want.
I've not complained about it because I understand. They've got, you know, as long as they don't, like he said, drive off and leave it, and I've seen that happen after they lit it on fire.
Here we are, wrapped up.
You know, I have no problem. I'm not going to complain about it.
They're about in the house.
This, I'll get John go up there and see what the deal is on that. And try to talk to them and note it if you have, like us before noted, and that way we got grounds and we have to go back and let them do something.
I'll put my name nowhere near it, and I live so close. I don't want to wake up and everything gone.
but them burning their household garbage, there's nothing they can do about that.
No,
Yeah.
we gonna put no name on it, just tell them it's been a complaint, we'll leave it at that.
They don't even have to have a burn permit to burn their household garbage.
That's what I said. I've not complained because I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
Well, you have to have a burn permit to burn garbage.
No, you know.
Well, I called them.
They said they did.
I called them.
You can? Yes. Oh, well, that's,
Where's it?
oh, I'm sorry.
Don't it have to be like in a container, like a barrel or something?
Yes,
Here's it, you have to have a permit.
They said you do not have to have a burn permit to burn household garbage.
It might not be against the law, but, you know, I was out there hanging out one night and I smelled it too, and then, you know.
The plastic stuff, you don't smell plastic stuff like that, you don't smell that.
You can tell garbage, I smell some strange odors out there when the fog's blowing. I don't know if it's a chemical
Yeah, that's back in-
down here or what.
That's back in the 70s when you D's running around together. You don't you smell it.
Like when the air is heavy,
Yeah.
We're gonna move on.
I'll be happy if they'll just keep the drones off of my property.
Anybody else got it? Any other citizens have anything? Ron, you sent an email, asking about, fire, police commissioner or something.
I didn't even know we had those offices. Somebody said something to me about it and asked me who they were, and I was like, I don't even know that we have that.
Eric served as fire and police commissioner, and he stepped down in 16. And when he did, Jerry was already serving, but nobody wanted it, to tell you the truth about it. Jerry was a road commissioner, Quinton's old Park 6 Fire Chief, Jones is the police chief. And we just kind of discussed it there, and I just kind of assumed the role because Jerry and John just, and then when I say answer to me, when they had a problem with something, then we'd always bring it to the board. Instead of trying to answer to everybody and go this one and that one and this one, and it all get misconstrued. If when you go to one person, I'll say, well, here's what is going on, we need to do. And y'all agreed to it. My correct Billy wasn't here this time. Remember when we done that? So that's where we're at.
Okay, I just knew there wasn't an ordinance when they asked me about
No.
it. I haven't seen anything, but I'll ask to
That
find
was
out.
pointed back when probably Jerry Reed or maybe when Mick Thomas was in there. I don't know how far back that went, but when their dad first mayor or right after, that's when that started, and it just, whoever I think just kind of, if you don't have policies in place, the mayor used to assume the road, or he could appoint someone to some, just get some offices back, so he'd have to handle it. Now, we've got a different form of government, like Pittsburgh's got a city administrator. We don't. I mean, it's just the way it is. But any other business? All right, we'll move on to old business.
Old business, they, come out and worked on the fire hydrant.
You got keys?
Well, they said they did. I still can't turn it, but a young man can. So. So real thing. So real thing.
Any other old business? And I'll bring, me and Quentin are, probably Quentin too, I've been stopping, we're really trying to think, get this leveled out and cleaned up and everything. I called, I don't want to call his name, because I was 3 or 4 times, he just said it's covered up, he can't do it, find somebody else that could, if not, he can get it later summer, we're trying to get it later summer. We gotta get this water drained off out there, that's just rainwater held up back there from that. You know, the burn reversed, it went backwards, instead of keeping water out, it held water in, it's that simple, it's a mistake. We gotta fix it, get that out, get that water drained out, but we need to get this fixed down here first, no bit. We can get that, and this Charlie, who's the same, Charlie? His dozer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say if he'll cut across me.
Is that who owns that?
Yeah, and whatever it takes to cut across me, I don't have a bit of problem making whatever it is, long as it's kind of smooth.
Well, I'm a pretty good guy. He'll help out all he can.
But I don't have a problem for him to cut across me a shirt and let him go across her, Johnny Thomas's, that water will drain perfect. That's the natural drain of that.
Yeah.
You and I discussed that. That's where it's
It
been.
goes right down and goes right on LeBron and then
Yep.
makes a right hand turn.
And I think what kind of held that up when a minor boy was gonna do something on that hill, he blocked it off.
Yeah, that road up that hill,
Yeah.
look out there.
Fire wind.
Was it Hyman? Is that his name? Jimmy Boyd.
Fish head.
But anyway, we're working on getting that done, get that water off them out there, clean it up. But they don't get all the kids are still, we're working on that. At the park, Colonial Chemical called me today, said there's a gentleman and their crew wants to go out there and fix that dock and pay for the material. And I told them to have that. And they're gonna fix that, and once we get some more sand out there, they'll spread some more sand stuff up.
Qualified?
I'm sorry.
Qualified.
Hey, they're willing to pay for it.
That's all, they're qualified.
Yeah, fix it, so it needs to be, so that's bad.
That's when they got away thinking lines, they're trying to parking lot too.
Somebody go check on that for
I'm
us.
still trying to get hold of that guy.
Okay.
I've got his name and all, I just trying to.
And if it's okay with the board, I'm gonna call Bowles, I think his name of it, out of Chattanooga's got the porta potty. He's up here, don't keep complaining, filthy and nasty, complaints. I talked to Mayor Jackson about that, and he said that they went to Bowles, and maybe they keep them clean, so I'm gonna get them to come get these two, because they're not clean. They don't stay clean, steam, stay clean.
Now, I called him last Monday, and I told him, I said, the park is open, and these two porta toilets are filthy, and they promised me they'd go over here that day and clean them. I checked them this morning,
Feel filthy?
and they're dirty, but they're not filthy.
I'm gonna get hold of Bowles, so I.
But you know, we had a problem last year.
Ain't no sense now, people need to get them to make it, just what it is. All right, moving on to, new business. Anybody got any new business? I'm gonna get with Brad, Harris on the budget. I'll have to call y'all and tell you, because he's got to help set the budget up. We'll have a workshop and then call him, see what the date or the time frame. Y'all kind of 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, kind of, is that?
Try to let me know a few days ahead.
I am. I'll do the best I can to get Brad so we get the budget laid out, and when we lay the budget out, you know, we can lay some things out, see what the money looks like and everything, on that. And we did get some CARES money, it's called American Rescue money. We did get some of that money, everybody. We did get some of that CARES rescue money, and we can look and work that in the budget, on doing some things. As far as the building goes, or a pole barn, or something to put like the backhoe to, and the dump truck, and then, you know, we'll give them work and get that, and bring it over here, and use part of it.
Fence around it.
You know,
Do a lot of good.
But we can on it, have a two-by heater, whatever you have.
use that building, that could help, you know, and all, we got through the cost is moving in versus even putting up one now. Of course, metal's so that thing higher right now, but it's out the roof, you know.
Income building.
You talking about pulling these trucks over, you know, we said something, I said, that's supposed to go. You can leave a part of it or all of it, whatever you want to do as far as pulling the trucks over there, because I know they're heavy, especially when you get them filled with water. But that doesn't have to be figured in, just flattening them, wherever you decide. And I appreciate talking instead of,
Now, what was you saying about being muddy or something?
no, I just said he could leave the asphalt or part of it for back, filling your trucks up whenever you go over there.
Yeah, that would be nice to have.
Yeah, because I know they get heavy.
Yeah.
Any other new business? Anything like that, I mean, I said, I put Brad in the budget to get that going. In June, won't get into June, middle of July, we're okay on that, so we need to get that up and going and carry it in May at least, and one in June, if we can ever discuss it, but that's how 2 readings on the budget, and get together on and all that, so. Any other business? I hear a motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn, second. We appreciate it, Mike.
Hey, Mike, somebody left his license, what in there?